President Biden is facing growing questions from lawmakers about the timing and details of the classified documents discovered in his home and former office.
Fox's Lauren Blanchard takes a closer look.
The White House says they have been by the book on this whole document drop. Here's the timeline. In early November, the president's lawyers find 10 classified marked documents in an office closet at the Penn Biden Center. In mid-November, Attorney General Merrick Garland gives the case to Trump-appointed U.S. Attorney John Lausch. Late December, the president's counsel, Robert Sauber, tells Lausch there are more documents in the president's Delaware garage.
And by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like you're sitting out in the street. But anyway,
was in a locked garage.
Yes, as well as my Corvette.
This month, on the 9th, news breaks of the documents, though not through the White House or Justice Department, but another news network. 2 days later, another document is found. The 12th, Special Counsel Robert Hur is appointed. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says that should be it. But Thursday, Sauber is in Wilmington, and he finds 5 more documents that we don't learn about until Saturday.
This has been done in a transparent way when it relates to how this was dealt with the Department of Justice and the archives. The president takes this very, very seriously.
New House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan told Sunday Morning Futures he is going to look into if there is a double standard and if there is anything else we don't know.
This lack of transparency, even though the White House says they're being transparent, it's been just the opposite.
The House Oversight Committee now wants the White House to release visitor logs for the president's Wilmington home, and they want info on what properties have been searched. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.